I'm Tony Stack, Director of Education for the Newfoundland and Labrador English School District. I want to add our voice in support of all the anti-racist efforts in this province. In Newfoundland and Labrador, sadly, we have a history of racist behavior that goes back to the fatal interactions between settlers and our Indigenous peoples. In recent days, I've heard from some students and staff members who have shared their stories of experiencing racist behaviors, both from years ago and in recent times. This should never have occurred in our school system, and it will not be tolerated today. We must all listen to the current dialogue and learn. Our district's core values of respect and inclusion for all must be championed and defended at every opportunity. Our staff has reached out to community partners with lived experience, and they are talking about how we can build on our efforts to support diversity and fight racism in all its forms. Education's purpose is to overcome ignorance. We can always do better. Let's say no to racism. Right now, right here. Black Lives Matter.
It's important for families to have serious conversations with their children about anti-Black racism, as well as systemic and institutional racism. It's not enough just to acknowledge that racism exists or to remain silent. It is incumbent on us to take actions that lead to long-lasting change and zero tolerance for anti-Black racism.
The Association for New Canadians views racism in any form as unacceptable. Each of us has a responsibility to address systemic and institutional racism and to promote diversity, respect, and human rights. We all need to work collaboratively to combat anti-Black racism and to help guide young minds in creating a more equitable, inclusive, and welcoming province.
As a white woman, mother, and grandmother, and the Director of Multiculturalism for Newfoundland and Labrador English School District, these past weeks have been transformative for me. I have been uncomfortable, I am humbled, I am saddened. I have embraced these feelings, though, with a commitment to focus on Black Lives Matter. I have been learning and I have been listening to the lived experiences of our staff, our colleagues and students and former students. As educators, we must do more. I must do more. This is my personal commitment.